Here I am again, David, the freedom traveler, traveling for our freedoms. So a lot of you really don't know and haven't looked this up. A lot of you still just sit there and argue the point of the police officers that are like against you. Because if you are traveling, then you're free to travel. And if you don't believe that, that's not my fault. If you don't want to look that up because you're lazy, that's not my fault. You can make fun of me all you want. I don't care. I love you anyways. I hope you have a great day. So here we go. Let's start off with this one. We'll skip some of the things that I say to the officer when the officer pulls me over. Because, it's going to happen sooner or later. Especially when you're freedom traveling. So this right here, the constitutional law that I wrote, is right here. 16 CJS Constitutional Law, Section 202, page 987. You ready for this? All right. Personal liberty, or the right to enjoyment of life and liberty, is one of the fundamental or natural rights which has been protected by its inclusion as a guarantee in various constitutions, which is not derived from or dependent on the U.S. Constitution, which may not be submitted to a vote and may not depend on the outcome of an election. It is one of the most sacred and valuable rights, as sacred as the right to private property, is regarded as inalienable. Okay, so the driver's license is for drivers. If you're traveling, you do not need that. Let's go on a little further, all right? What's personal liberty? Personal liberty largely consists of the right of locomotion. Look at that. To go where and when one pleases, only so far restrained as the rights of others may make it necessary for the welfare of all other citizens. The right of a citizen to travel on public highways and transport his property therein by horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile is not a mere privilege which may be permitted or prohibited at will, but is the common right which he has under his right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. There it is, right there. Under this constitutional guarantee, one may therefore, under normal conditions, travel at his inclination along the public highways or public places, and while conducting himself in an orderly and decent manner, neither interfering with nor disturbing another's rights, he will be protected, not only in his person, but in his safe conduct. So, freedom traveling, not driving, not doing commerce, not needing a driver's license because of not doing commerce, traveling. So, inform yourself. Make fun of me all you want, but you sound like an idiot while you're calling me an idiot if you're not actually looking up the word driving versus traveling, those three words. You can find so much about our freedom to travel. And I've been taking notes and keep them with me when I'm traveling. I don't drive anymore because I'm not getting paid to drive. I don't have a driver's license because I am not working as a driver. I am in the occupation of no occupation, but I am in the position of traveling from one place to another and using my and our rights of freedom of locomotion, freedom of travel. Personal liberty consists of the power of locomotion, of changing situation or removing one's person to whatever place one's inclination may direct without imprisonment or restraint unless by due process of law. It's in Black Dictionary and Bovier's Laws Dictionary. Get yourself one. Black's Law Dictionary, it's the big law book. If you haven't heard about it, it's the one that they use for everything. It's got a lot of words and definitions that don't go along with the definitions they taught us at school. A lot of the words don't go along with what they taught us at school. I don't think they want you to know what a driver actually is because they want your money. The DMV loves it that you think that you're driving when you're actually traveling. They get all the money. It's great. So look up your rights. Don't just argue with me. I don't care. You can argue with me all sorts of different points, but unless you've done your research, you got nothing on it. I've done a lot of research, and I'm checking this out. I got a whole page full of things, and this is just what I decided to print up for my little cheat sheet to say to the officer. I got a whole list of exactly what to say to the officer. And at one point, when the officer tries to do anything to you, say, "Step out of my way. I am a North American, and you are interfering and have vacated your oath, and it is my duty to put you under arrest for vacating your duty." Peacekeeping officers, when they do something for the corporation, are vacating their oath and are no longer a peacekeeping officer. Now they are a private security officer for a corporation, a pirate, a terrorist, a mercenary. Tell them they are vacating their peacekeeping oath. Now they are private operating as a mercenary on this land and trying to piratize me. You are under the penalty of perjury as a man or a woman. Since you are now performing those things of a corporation on a physical man, you have vacated your oath of office and have now committed terrorism on this native man on the United States territory soil. Put them under arrest, disarm them, strip them of the insignia, and put them under arrest under penalty of perjury. The Chief Federal Postal Court Judge has authorized the people of the United States of America, every man and woman, to put the privateers that have vacated their peacekeeping oath under arrest. I love that. That's just so awesome. So, officers are peacekeepers. They're meant to be peacekeepers. They're put in the position of peacekeepers. But the corporation of the United States has gotten way out of hand. It's a corporation now. And these officers at one point are privateers for these corporations, and they vacated their oath. So I am a man, a living man, and they like to consider me as a corporation with my name in all capital I's. If you haven't seen it, look it up yourself. I may sound like a rambling idiot, but you gotta look it up. Like, seriously. An idiot is someone who's not informed. Like, inform yourself. It's that easy. Did you know you have access to the internet? And on the internet, you can seek in these questions. What's the difference between an automobile and a motor vehicle? What's the difference between driving and traveling? What's the difference between a peacekeeper and an officer? An officer is a peacekeeper, so what's the difference? What's the difference between a corporation and a government? Government and corporation is a big difference, and they've been lying to us all along. We don't really even have a government anymore. We have a corporation, and they're violating us, and they're going against our rights, and it's not cool. So I'm a freedom traveler. I'm free to travel without a driver's license because I'm not a driver, without a license plate because I am not a driver. I'm traveling. Freedom of travel. You want to go for another one? Okay, fine, I will. You want to argue with me some more? Cool, go for it. I don't care. You're not arguing with me. You're arguing with yourself that hasn't even done the research. I'm just telling you something that I saw and learned. And I'm recommending that you look it up yourself. I'm not even telling you to do this. If you want to do it, go for it. You guys are silly. And some of you understand. Some of you have, like, looked this up. Personal liberty consists of power of locomotion, changing of situations. Yeah, we read that one. That is awesome. I love it. Automobile and motor vehicle. There's a clear distinction between an automobile and a motor vehicle. An automobile has been defined as, the word automobile connotes as a pleasure vehicle designed for transportation of persons on highways. Automobile. While motor vehicle or automobile for hire is a motor vehicle, other than an automobile stage used for transportation of persons for which remuneration is received. I think that means, like, you get paid to bring people. I'm gonna have to look up that word, remuneration. So if you don't know something, look it up. Don't argue with somebody who's looked at it. Use doubt. Use doubt to look further. Use doubt to look outside of our box. Let's use doubt to see if we really do need a license plate. Let's use doubt. Let's doubt the system to see if I am really free to travel. Look it up. Let's find out what's been going on. Are you free? Let's be free together. Happy